Alrighty, welcome everybody. Welcome to another video. This video is going to be about this new project, quote unquote, RaceBox Micro actually. So this is a new micro that RaceBox has come out with. This is what it looks like when you first get it. It's literally just a chip itself and just two wires. It does not come with this connector here. As you can see, I have just electrical taped the two wires to get this connector on as I am experimenting and slash this is my prototype. Anyways, I got this lap timer even though I have my AIM Solo because I have two bikes, multiple bikes, right? So I ride my Mini, I ride my R6, sometimes I would jump on my friend's bike and whatnot. And I needed something where I could use my lap timers more at an ease, or if not, if anything, have two of my lap timers just set on each bike, and that way I don't have to swap around. Second part to why I got this is, I mean, obviously it's for experiment, but also RaceBox does collect good, I want to say, data as much as the AIM can. The AIM actually collects a lot of data as well, right? If you know how to access the data, then there are some useful stuff, but also at the same time, you need to know how to read data. So AIM will give you a lot of raw data, like graphs, a lot of values. However, if you don't know how to digest it, understand it, and apply it, then what's the point of looking at it? And versus RaceBox actually, I want to say made it more simplified, more for the dummies who don't really know data, so therefore they just kind of picked out, you know, the KPIs, the key performance indicators for things that are relevant as a rider. But anyways, it's also very cool data that RaceBox provides, such as lean angle, which everybody is now crazing about because, you know, knee dragging was one thing at one point, now it's elbow dragging, and I'm sure it's going to be shoulder and then to head at some point, and people want to know what their lean angle is. I don't think this lean angle is accurate. I have had the RaceBox first generation, the S, and then now to this. I believe the lean angle is just based off the horizon level because this thing has a gyro. It has a built-in gyro. So it knows like from a sea level or a horizon level, not necessarily the accurate lean angle if you were to go on a already cambered angle or camber surface. But anyways, let's go over how I built this together and how much it cost. And yeah, it's very simple and straightforward. So first of all, you will need your unit. This unit alone, just as is $119, shipping not included. But anyways, it's around the ballpark of $120. This connector actually came with, I want to say 3 sets. Yep, so 3 sets. I got this because, again, I planned on shifting just this chip alone from one bike to another. So again, it's just for the ease of use across multiple bikes. It's not necessary, you don't have to have this connector. You can hardwire this into your bike or whatever, any other battery source. Again, this connector is for my battery source, which now goes on to the next item that I want to show you. It's this right here. So this is a 9 volt battery case holder. So as you can see, a 9 volt battery goes in, clicks inside. And the nice thing about this case is that, first of all, it's compact, it's black, so it's slick, but also has a switch. So this could control the on and off of my lap timer, and I know that, you know, I have control of power. Sometimes AIM, like the battery is wonky and it's such a bitch to like charge because it uses this proprietary plug. And yeah, it sucks at holding charge and you can't really easily replace the battery. You have to take it in for service, send it in for service, or if you know what you're doing, you could actually buy the replacement pack and do it yourself. But I got tired of it. This has been losing charge. So if anything, 9 volt battery is more accessible and I have spares in my bag. So I will show you that it works. So once I plug it in, it's this one. Here, I'll show you. Turn on the power. Boom. So everything turns on as is, like so. I will show you. As soon as I turned it on, and once, you know, I already did the whole setup. There you go. So I set up the Mini already to my phone, you know, have the profile in it, and every time I turn it on, immediately it just turns on. I don't push anything. it just says stop recording, so I'm guessing that it'll start recording on its own by itself. Do I have to click stop recording? I don't know, but I will test that out once I take it to the track and see that the unit is working properly. So now in terms of mounting, how am I gonna do it? So this is bike A, or I wanna say bike B, and then bike A. Try to see where are some possible, mounting points. I think for the chip itself, I might put it where the air duct is, like right here, Velcro it. So then that way I have, access, so I know the lights are on, and also it's leveled. And also it has access to the sky, so it shouldn't affect any kind of, connection or, satellite reading connection, whatever I'm trying to say. And I think for the battery, I might mount it somewhere, like, I don't know, on the side somewhere of the dash, like somewhere here like that. And if so, then I can, I have access to the switch here. Boom, boom, on, off. And then this connector will be somewhere around like here. I could disconnect it. And then the battery, this 9-volt battery, will always remain here. And then, yeah, super easy to use. So let's go over the cost quickly again. So the unit itself was $119, $120. The connectors, the waterproof connectors comes in 3. This was about $13. The battery plus the case. So I got a 4-pack or a 6-pack 9-volt battery plus these 2 cases for $10, and that's it. So again, at the total of $142, I was able to kind of come up with this cool nifty lap timer where I can collect lean angle, accelerometer, so I can see like XYZ, forces, and then also look at actual lap time and track data as well. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want me to build you one, you can DM me. I'll gladly build you one, maybe at a small cost, small fee. But other than that, it shouldn't cost you no more than $200. I know there is a company already out there, Alit or something, Alit, I don't know. But they already come up with this whole like package, this whole bundle where they also, utilize and leverage the 9-volt battery with a case. But yeah, straightforward. Again, you don't have to waste $200, $250. You could spend as low as $150-ish and then still have a lap timer. All right, lastly, I want to call out the pros and cons of this lap timer is that you can't see live data on the go unless you have a screen set up. So you can use your phone. Phone is one way to see your actual lap time on the go. However, with these newer phones, like actual new phones coming out, they're very sensitive with the camera sensors and whatnot. And if you don't have the proper, mounting with the dampening system, it may mess up your camera. I don't know if you've seen it, but people have reported about like this shakiness after they've messed up the sensors because they've mounted it on something that's vibrating a lot like a motorcycle. One other resolution, if you, want to, I guess, shed a little more money, you can buy like an Amazon phone, unlock phone. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a carrier, you don't have to have a SIM card. I've tried it actually. Anywhere between like maybe $50, $80 to $100, you could buy like this cheap smartphone and then use that as a display only. Again, that's optional. I have my AIM Solo as another option, so I don't really need to have live data if I wanted to see it. But again, more options. There you go. So I got for today. Alrighty then.